Good morning, Pisces. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I like to do is to go on and just give you a general romance advice type specific reading that I thought would be helpful, you guys, based on last month's reading. And this reading, ladies and gentlemen, is valid until the end of this month. And while going through this reading, ladies and gentlemen, if it resonates, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please take a few moments to do so now. Ladies and gentlemen, I've decided to go in and use my cat tarot today to illustrate your reading as already shuffled and shown as we see here. In addition, I've also decided to use a few other oracle based cards just to give you a bit more parting advice into your romantic situation. So the purpose of this reading that I like to do here is to just, or the basic question is what we're kind of examining here is that, what do you in fact need to learn about your circumstances of your relationship, and what do you need to kind of know to enhance it. So what I've decided to do again is to use my cat tarot deck, and why don't we go on and get started with me making a few general observations prior to getting into your reading here. Okay, I'm noticing that it appears to me that you guys, it seems like you may have a frivolous crush I'm feeling on someone. I'm feeling that, one of you doesn't appear to be interested in the other as much. And I'm feeling that you might want to kind of focus on other matters with this, because not really getting any type of, it seems like it's a one-sided type relationship in some sense I'm getting. I'm also feeling too that there seems to be a lack, a passion or a drive or direction or even chemistry, and I'm feeling that there seems to be that, it seems to be also a lack of boundary surrounding this relationship or your romantic situation or structure. And I'm seeing a lot of perhaps bickering and even boredom and miscommunications are strongly denoted here in your reading, okay? And it seems that there's no stability here and no leadership. And you might want to try to inject some of that into this if you like to kind of bring your romantic situations to a more harmonious state here. I'm also feeling too your situation too. To me, just looking at these cards here, it appears to be very major, and destiny seems to be at play, and you seem not to really have much control over it. But I also see that you're reaching the concluding phase of an issue here, okay? And just by, kind of like looking at your numerology, or just kind of using numerology to derive your numerical theme here, you have a theme of 4, so that connects with the emperor. So all about this card, as you know, is all about order or structure, and it's kind of connected with an Aries. So the hint here is to persevere and kind of try to examine your situation from all angles, ladies and gentlemen, and very realistically, and then take the needed action that is required of you. Okay, let's go on and get started here and look at the card falling to the bottom of the deck. Here we have that 5 of Cups here. Okay, and of course, Mars governs this card. Okay, and it's all about, well, it's connected with water signs, so it denotes a Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And this card is all about, sadness, guilt, breakup, regret, and bitterness that kind of tend to kind of come from past mistakes. And as you can see here, looking at the cat here, there, he or she is having a hard time kind of contemplating those empty bowls that's behind him, and he's too focused more on past things. So this card always gives a hint of something that it might be even salvageable. Okay, so this card shows kind of being let down romantically, crying over spilt milk and kind of not seeing that other romantic opportunities are in fact available. Okay, it looks like you are very happy and are very bored, and you feel something perhaps, is really missing from your life that I'm kind of getting here. Okay, because it shows that a lot of indecision is perhaps, it's causing a lot, or has caused a lot of disharmony, and it's You might have been kind of cutting yourself from feeling off emotionally, as well as experiencing, or having experienced a lot of infidelity with your past relationship. So this card certainly shows you your union might again still be salvageable. Again, looking at those bowls that he's kind of ignoring there, you know, but it becomes a personal choice of yours should you decide to contemplate. The glass as being, hey, half full or either empty. So this card therefore urges you, ladies and gentlemen, to take time to heal and to kind of let whatever occurred in the past remain there in the past. But you'll kind of meet up with someone from your past, or I'm feeling, or you're going to find another romantic opportunity. Um, and I feel that for your current relationship right now, I feel that it just appears to be very dissatisfying for some of you. And I feel that some of you might even have a hard time kind of letting the relationship go too when you're kind of seeing these cards, okay? And I'm also feeling that, some of you might also be constantly maybe comparing your romantic partner to maybe others that you've probably dealt with in the past, which isn't good. And you might also need to kind of reignite the fire in your sex life, because it looks like, you know, one of you might be a bit bored, when it comes to, having sex with the other, okay? So let's go on and look at your situation here. We have the lovers there, right? So the lovers, it certainly denotes a Gemini, and it's all about choices, decisions, and sharing, you know, and trust when you're kind of seeing this. And one of the things that kind of makes you see here is that you have this Sun card, and you see how so close that this card is, or this symbol is, to the cats here. So rest assured that this sun can definitely burn you if you stay in it too long, just as, true love, or just as love, or any romantic situation that you're dealing with. So your issue seems to involve a need for a strengthened union. And a careful analysis and ambition might be strong factors, or even perhaps maybe it could be even potentially with you guys affecting the flow of your experience, I'm feeling. So this card certainly represents a feeling, of alienation, or either in fact abandonment. As denoted, as you already see here from that Five of Cups there, a sense of, feeling trapped. Okay? Let's look at your challenge, or what you might need to do to kind of, further, enhance your relationship, or to kind of bring it back to a more harmonious state. We have that Tower card there. And ladies and gentlemen, Mars rules Aries with this card, and this card urges you, or kind of tells you that your challenge, you know, is to really determine the unfounded thoughts that perhaps that you've been making regarding your romantic situation. You know, and this is because this card emphasizes that, you know, that things of a false type nature or structures kind of breaking down. And you must not be too aggressive, I'm feeling, or argumentative, because this attitude might bring about more problems. And also, what you're seeing here in this card here with this tower, you see that this lightning here, through this window there, that shows or tells you that, unexpected changes, have come about, or is coming about, but it's being directed from the divine. You see these cats in here, they're just falling down, unexpectedly, and it makes a person very confused and not know really what to really do, you know. So therefore, this card is definitely all about shock, disruption, and undesired type transitions, upheaval, and even crises. And deception, okay? So this card shows as a challenge, it might be hard for you to kind of, I'm feeling, try new things, or recover perhaps what you feel was lost in a relationship, or even in fact relinquishing those ways, or kind of doing things. Bondage, even of the flesh, might be a factor. Perhaps you might want to confront, surfacing problems that potentially could have been avoided. You know, infidelity, lying, cheating will all prove to be a challenge, as well as creating false security, I'm feeling, with your romantic situation. And indeed, Presenting a false face to you, to perhaps your romantic partner, might also be a factor. So try to kind of see things again in a new way, or do some soul searching and, seek the divine for additional counsel when needed. Okay. So as indicated, I decided to go on and just select a few or choose a few additional oracle decks. We're going to start off with the Rings Virtues card from her Romance Angels. Perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, there may be a codependency issue that might be affecting the flow of your relationship. Someone might be addicted to drugs or alcohol or taking pills or something that they're doing excessively. So help, maybe professional help might be in order for this situation. Okay? And if you're having this card here, you might need to maybe reach out to friends, whom you can trust, and to ask for the support from others. Because it seems that you guys do have a lot of friends around you that really care for you. Okay? And also, one of the things that you might want to do, just connecting Sylvia Brown's two cards here, is that, don't be afraid to kind of take a stand against any injustice that you're feeling occurring in your relationship, and that includes cheating. Because complacency kind of makes you weak. And ladies and gentlemen, if you definitely feel that you've been worried about, kind of being off your spiritual track, and perhaps maybe because of the person with whom you've been connected may have made you feel that perhaps kind of let your spirituality, kind of go a little bit just for the love of this person. But rest assured that, the fact that you're kind of thinking about this means that you are indeed on your spiritual track. And always know that everything happens for a reason. Okay? And last but not least, I decided to go on and select two additional cards from the Psychic Tarot deck. Okay? And the cards shown, or the cards selected here, we're going to first start off with the Heart Chakra. So, ladies and gentlemen, this card is all about, the love or the emotions, and is also connected with air type signs, Gemini, Libras, as well as an Aquarius. Okay, so this card is kind of telling you that, because this card, it tends to represent unconditional love and compassion and harmony. So in order for you to kind of, bring this chakra into your life a bit more, try to take a few moments to kind of, send from your heart, your loving heart and your healing energies. Okay, and think about, the blue and the green here, or the blue and the green waves. Okay, and just know that the love that you really want from your romantic partner certainly is going to be returned to you. Okay. And actually, I do. We have also too another interesting card that I selected as well. Here is that perhaps some of you might even be refusing to see, because rest assured that this card is all about an impasse that may have happened or transpired with you with someone, and it's also about making decisions. And this card kind of speaks about how paramount it is for, any person in a relationship to kind of see people as they really are, and to not really, wear rose-colored glasses, and really trying to viewing a situation, more realistically. It might be hard for some of you to kind of see, you know. So this card is kind of asking you to, since you are in a bit of an emotional impasse, in regards or to matters of the heart, it's probably time for you to kind of withdraw a little bit emotionally, from a relationship, to really take the needed time to make the decision, as I've already denoted and indicated, through our cards here. Okay? And last but not least, actually, I do have two additional cards that I did want to kind of include here in your reading. It comes from Colette Barron's Reads deck, and we're going to start with you guys. Just as this elephant is certainly, it seems like you're stuck in the mud, and and being stuck, ladies and gentlemen, is sometimes the only way to kind of trick yourself, as a tower has indicated, of something unexpected happening, to slow you down, So this card is kind of asking you to kind of face your challenge and maybe shift your focus from what you're doing at this moment, because struggling with a situation certainly is not going to get you anywhere. So it's time to really withdraw and really kind of get out of the mud and clarify your situation, you know, and find the joy. And perhaps, maybe, ladies and gentlemen, what you've been overlooking, you're seeing here once again, it goes back to this cat card. He does not realize the three empty bowls that's behind him. Okay? And the final card I decided to select was the commitment card. So, of course, we all know what that card is all about. It's all about commitment and partnership. So, it's time that you make a decision. It's time that you be clear about what it is and your responsibility that you're going to kind of put into an existing relationship, or one that you want to create. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is certainly what I have for you. If the reading has resonated, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. If you'd like a more personal reading, you can contact me at WAT61073 at gmail.com. I look forward to hearing your comments, and do have a nice day. Thanks a lot.